Good evening from Yummy B TV, right? So I know a lot of Essex stuff today. Now, the big question you lot are messaging me about was, did Jason Vella have any run-ins with Tony Tucker, Craig Rolfe and Tate? Yes, right? Though Tate weren't in the car for one of them. And was Jason Vella in a bigger league for the same three? The answer to the second question is that Tony Tucker, Craig Rolfe, Tate was only around Tucker and Rolfe for a little time, as we all know, right? But no, they weren't bigger fish on the outside than Jason Vella, right? No way, Jose, right? One time, right, there was a meet, right, during all that time, where Tucker and Rolfe turned up in a car and was meant to be doing a deal with somebody else. Jason Vella turned up. The window was wound down, right, and the package was in the middle of Tucker, because Rolfe was driving, was in the middle of Tucker's pants, basically. So when Vella came, they were all surprised. But Jason Vella put his hand in a car and took the parcel. None of them said nothing. On another occasion, right, Tate was there. Tate walked up to him and said to him, "What was all that about?" And he said to Pat, "But Pat, what's it got to do with you?" Pat just said, "Well, I'm asking because I had a little piece in it." And Jason Vella said to Tate, "Well, if you want a little bit off me for whatever, I would give you that." So Jason Vella looked at Tate a little bit different. And no, I'm not favoritising Tate, but it's definitely true that Tucker and Rolfe, they couldn't tell Jason Vella nothing at all, right? But I don't know how it went with the thing with Tate, whether he gave him or he didn't, right? But I know from Tate himself that Tate definitely had that conversation with Jason Vella. Now the story, I'm dying to say it, but I don't want to upset anyone with the Blundells, right? Because of the story with Jason Vella's dad. And it sounds pretty feasible and pretty true. But sometimes you have to be careful about how you say things, especially about the dead, because they can't really answer. So we'll get round to that bit. So, because I'm in that mode today with remembrance, clearly, about some of the things that were discussed and some of the things that were said by people that were there during that time. But the answer to the question is no, they wasn't in a bigger league to Jason Vella, all right? I'm going live soon tonight, so any more questions, come and ask Uncle Yami today, all right?